Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. And if this is the first time coming to my channel or seeing any of my videos at all, you are very welcome. This is Temilayo's mom, and yeah, I share good recipes, mostly business friendly recipes. Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed, please do well to click on the subscribe button, and I hope and pray that you like it here. Okay, if you end up liking this video, don't forget to leave me a comment, like, and yeah, just show some love. You can share to your friends and family who might need it as well. And if this is not your first time, I mean, if you are the OG, you are the one that have made this channel what it is today, you are very welcome. So guys, in today's video, I am sharing with you this should I say special or exclusive chinchin recipe. Actually, what I do in my business is, if I have a new recipe or if I try a new thing, I package in very mini packs, and I just add it up for free for my clients when they order other things. Like when they make other small chops or other items that I serve, I just add the new recipe in smaller bits for them, and I ask them for reviews. You get. So I made this particular chinchin just because I was trying out new recipes, and yeah, I liked it a lot. Like, it came out more than I expected, and I had to give it out to some clients, and yeah, they gave me very good review, and these clients had to order it in a bigger batch. So yeah, as I'm making it, I'm going to show you guys how I made it, and yeah, you're going to love it. Your kids are going to love it because it's just unique. I don't think you have tasted this one before. So in my dry ingredients that I've mixed, I will try and leave all of the ingredients in the description box, or I'll pin it in the comment section. Do well to check. But the red thing I added to my dry ingredients was cornstarch. I added cornstarch, and I'm going to tell you the reason why. But then let's mix the wet ingredients. Yeah, I have 1 egg, I have the medium-sized Hollandia milk, and I'm going to add my flavor. For flavor, I'm actually using this mist essential flavor. Okay, I'm going to be using that, and I'm going to just whisk this together, set aside, and continue with my dry ingredients. So guys, I will be back to tell you the main reason I added the corn flour. So stay tuned and enjoy. Okay. So once you're done mixing your wet ingredients, you want to bring back your dry ingredients and add your margarine. So here's our star ingredients for today. In this blender, I have already crushed raisins, that's mixed fruits. Okay, I'm using this product because it's clean and it's not bitter. Try and use a good product, the one that you trust. You know, there are a lot of products out there. So what you want to do is to crush it a bit, just so it doesn't like come out all in your chinchin. So this is actually the star ingredients for today. You can add as much as you want. Okay, so this is the reason I added the corn flour. You know, raisins is moist, and if you don't add the corn flour, it's going to like add moisture to your chinchin. Your chinchin might not come out like very crunchy. It might be crunchy at a time, but with maybe few days it's going to be less crunchy, but with the corn flour added, this is going to remain crunchy till you are done with the whole batch, till you are done eating it. You get what I mean? So that was actually why I added the corn flour. I made this recipe twice. The first one I made, there was no corn flour, and I noticed how moist it got within 2 to 3 days. And the second batch, I decided to add the corn flour, and that one was perfect. I kept it for 3 days. It was still very crunchy, and yeah, my customers who I gave the testers to, they all enjoyed it, and yeah, they want more, and that is why I've been making more of this. So this is just how it is. I've mixed everything. I'm just going to rub this in, making sure all of the mixed fruit, the margarine, everything is well combined in there. You know what I mean? So go ahead and massage that in to your flour before making a well and adding your wet ingredients. So a lot of you always ask me, why do I add water to my egg mix? You want to dilute your egg. If you don't do this process, your chinchin will end up like having this eggy smell. I don't know if you get me. Most of you must have experienced it, but probably you don't know why it's like that, or you just feel it's normal. Your chinchin will have this eggy smell, and if you are making for commercial purpose, you are going to be keeping in the counter, you are going to be supplying supermarket stores, you don't know how long they are going to allow it to rest in the counter. You need to dilute your eggs so that your egg will not be the agent to make it moist or to spoil your product. Are you getting me? So you need to dilute your egg. Make sure before using your eggs it's well diluted. This is very important. Dilute your egg. Just add all of the wet ingredients in a bowl, dilute it with water, and yeah, that will make it all settle in fine. Nothing is going to overshadow anything in there. So I'm just going to mix this into a well combined dough. I'm still going to pass on to my work table and give it a good knead. Another secret in your chinchin making is how much you can knead. You need to knead it very well, okay? If I'm making more than 1 kg, guys, I don't even use my hand because I don't like stress, and I really want my chinchin to come out more, because the more you mix, the more you knead, the more chinchin you get. Like, it's going to raise and you're going to get more products from it. So once I'm doing anything above 1 kg, or if I'm not making a video of what I'm doing, I'm going straight to the mill. I'm going to a bakery near me, because the mill I use, like, my mill is in Benin. So because I'm not in Benin, I just go to a bread bakery near me and just pay a token, and they mill it out for me, and then I come back home and roll out and cut. Okay, the mill I use in Benin, of course, that mill rolls it out in a way that it will be easy for you to cut. Like, the people there will cut it for you, we even fry it for you. But because this mill over here, they don't do all of that, they just want to help you to bring it out from their milling machine, so you have to come back home and do the rest of the job. So now that I'm making just 5 cups, I'm using my hands to knead all of that in. You want to make sure it's well kneaded, just so you don't get any breakouts. You know what I mean? Your oil will be safe, your oil will not have breakouts, everything is just going to be well incorporated. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far, and yeah, don't go anywhere. I'll be sharing more tips on how to get a perfect commercial purpose chinchin. So just keep watching. So once I'm satisfied with the kneading, I'm going to cut this in smaller bits because my space is very small. My ring light is standing at a bigger part of this table area, so I'm going to cut it smaller, and yeah, I'm going to roll out. If you have a bigger space, you can actually roll this out at once, but yeah, I'm going to do it bit by bit. So you see the flour I sprayed on the table, the one I sprayed on the pin. This is like the last time you are going to see me adding flour to anything. Okay, the mistake some of us make is we after slicing it to our desired sizes, we end up sprinkling some flour on it again, and that is going to affect you. As the video goes, I'm going to tell you how that process will affect you or affect your chin chin making. So this is like the last time I'm going to add flour. And if you notice, my dough is not sticky, my dough is not light. You can see how I'm flipping it. It's just like a meat pie dough, but not breaking. Are you getting me? You can see how I'm flipping it. This is the consistency you should have. Don't go and add excess water. Don't go add too much egg because you want your chin chin to be extra rich. Egg doesn't make your chin chin rich. If you want to be extra rich, add more milk, okay? But you can see what I'm doing. You can see how sturdy the dough is. You want your dough to remain thick, like just the way you are seeing it. And for this chin chin I'm making, I'm going to roll out to be like very thin, unlike my usual rollout. Okay, so this one is quite thin because of course we have mixed fruit in there. You want it to be thin so it can cook through easily. You get me? So I'm going to continue this process. I'm going to slice it out, cut it into the desired size I'm making, and yeah, I'll be back to tell you what else you need to know. So for those of you that have watched my videos before where I make chin chin, you will understand what I'm about to say already. So some of you always complain of your oil foaming out and all of that. I'm going to give you some reasons why that is possible. Number one reason is the quality of the oil you are using. Okay, like you all know, I use golden penny soy oil. This oil works for me because it doesn't dry out easily and it's so fine. It doesn't give me unnecessary drama, like I'm just used to it. Okay, secondly, when I mentioned that you shouldn't sprinkle oil some more flour on your already cut chin chin, that's very important. Don't do that. Okay, if you do that, you are going to allow the flour you sprinkled on it, you are going to allow it to activate in the oil, and that's going to make it foam up. Okay, and another thing you are going to do, you can see I added my chin chin to the oil and I didn't stir for some time. I didn't touch it at all. I didn't try to separate it. It's not your job to separate it. You have already added to the oil. The oil already, like, it knows this thing is not together because you've already cut it into your desired size. So it's not your job to separate it immediately you add it to your oil. Allow the what's it called, allow the content in your flour to do its thing, allow it to settle in the oil. If you stir it immediately, the oil is going to, let me just use a broken English on it, your oil is going to get angry because you are intruding into its business. Okay, so what you want to do is to allow it for at least 5 to 10 seconds or even 3 minutes. Allow it to do its thing, allow it to simmer easily before you stir. Okay, before you spread it out. Already this thing is frying, it's not foaming. You can see my oil is not coming out, it's not overflowing. Okay, so you want to allow it to settle. So these are the 3 things that could make your oil to foam up. And another thing you should always do is to add onion to your oil before you start frying. This particular and simple way of frying it stop your oil from foaming, as well as it add flavor to your chin chin. So if you like onion or you don't mind, do well to add your onion to your oil before you start frying. So you can see how it's frying, like there's nothing going wrong here, everything is just going perfectly. No oil on the floor, no oil over the cooker, everything is going perfectly. You want this, then follow the rules, okay? So for those of you that is not into chin chin making, or you're not into chin chin business, here's something that you should look out for to know if your chin chin is ready to come out from the heat. Number one, you want to know the color that you want, like how dark you want it. Remember, once your chin chin comes out from the oil, in the cooling process it tends to be 2 times darker. Whatever you bring out from the oil, it tends to be 2 times darker once it's cool. So you want to get it out early or late, depending on the color or how dark you want it. So if that's not the case, how else do you know that your chin chin is ready? The oil stop bubbling. Like I was showing you in the beginning of this clip, it stopped bubbling. Like around it, you start seeing your plain oil, you start seeing your oil showing off. It stopped bubbling totally. So that way, you know your chin chin is dry enough to come out from the heat. You can see the complexion, the complexion I went for. And yeah, that is what I want. You can do lighter, you can do darker. This is why you see a lot of colors, like when you go to the supermarket, on the counter you see different chin chin with different colors. Yeah, this is the process of getting such color. So go ahead and do your thing, get your own signature color out of it. And yeah, this is just simple as it look. So once you're done frying, the next important part of chin chin making is to leave it to cool completely. You heard me, I said completely, because if it doesn't cool off and you package it, it's going to get soft, okay? So you want it to cool off completely, and you are doing this on your kitchen counter or in a room where there's no fan or the windows are not fully open for air to come in. You just want to allow it to cool off in a very humid place, and yeah, you are going to enjoy your chin chin. Any form of hair getting into it, your chin chin is going to be bad. You are going to get soft chin chin. So you want to hair it, but you don't want to over hair it. I don't know if you are getting me right. You don't want to use any form of fan or outside air. You just want to spread it on your kitchen counter or in a room. Even if you are spreading it outside, probably you make a very large batch, you just want to make sure you are around it to know how long it will take. Fill it with the back of your palm, and once it's cool enough, pack it, put it in a bag, a airtight bag immediately. Don't allow it to overheat, and don't put it in your bag when it's warm. Okay, so that is basically your process of making a very good chin chin. This is the mixed fruit or raisins chin chin, and it's so good, guys. Let me know in the comment section if you will be trying out this recipe. And my client also ordered for other things which I made together with this order, things like sweet potato chips, peanut burger, chin chin, and then some puff puff. Yeah, this is what my client ordered for, and I'm so happy she enjoyed every bit of it. Do have a blessed day, and don't forget to like, comment, and share.